भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Good evening. ఎవరో అక్కడ కొంచెం ముందు వెళ్తున్నారు చాంటింగ్. ఒకే వాయిస్ వినపడాలి. Today we shall learn something about giving. Please see page number 77. All the great systems of ethics preach absolute unselfishness as the goal. I think, okay. Supposing this absolute unselfishness can be reached by a man, what becomes of him? He is no more the little Mr. So-and-so. He has acquired infinite expansion. The little personality which he had before is now lost to him forever. He has become infinite. And the attainment of this infinite expansion is indeed the goal of all religions and of all moral and philosophical teachings. Absolute unselfishness. Why should we strive for it? See, we can't help, everybody can be selfish only. Even I am selfish, the most selfish. Okay? We all seek our own individual interest. But the only problem is we don't know how to seek our own interest. That is the root cause of all the suffering that exists in the world. Why people tend to become greedy, why people tend to become corrupt, why they want to amass things which they cannot really enjoy, why they exploit others. Everybody actually is looking for greater happiness, greater measure of happiness, but they don't know where actually it is available. The wrong places we are searching. We are actually looking for the infinite, in installments, but you won't get it like that. The Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the middle guy, he never touched money in his lifetime. He never touched money in his lifetime. But if you ask me in the last 200 years, the person who had the best experience of life, in the sense that who had the highest experience of life, highest ananda or joy or bliss, it was he. Somebody who did not touch money his entire lifetime, but his experience of life was the greatest. Today we worship people like Buddha. Why? Buddha gave up his throne and went in search of truth and found out the truth. Somebody who was born some 2600 years back, we remember him. Why? So because he had the highest experience of life, he had known the truth. Right? So today in our colleges, when we study, through our books, suppose you ask a school kid and who is your role model, he will name a billionaire, a trillionaire, or somebody, a celebrity, a sports personality, or somebody. But we are not taught, we are not shown these examples. The people who had experienced the highest without touching money. So what they want to convey, all these people, that there is that infinite source of happiness in all of you, but you only don't know how to get access to that. Suppose if everybody takes Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as their role model tomorrow, will there be any corruption in the world? Will there be an exploitation? Will there be this kind of insecurity, this kind of stress, this kind of anxiety? That is the thing. But today we think that only when you have money and material things, and through selfishness only we really become great and have the great experience of life. No. But such way all the religions, all the prophets, all the messengers of God, they ask us to become as unselfish as possible. Once you achieve that, actually you have the greatest and highest experience of life. You will become immortal also. But that is not taught to us. That's why we seek happiness in a different direction, but we don't really get that. And that's why Swamiji says elsewhere, you give as much as you can. It will come back to you multiplied 1,000-fold. Okay? Give for the sake of giving, and it's always the giver who is blessed and not the receiver. నువ్వు ఎంత ఇవ్వగలిగితే అంత ఇవ్వమంటున్నావు స్వామీజీ సొసైటీకి ఫెలో హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్స్కి. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ మేక్ సంబడి హ్యాపీ ఫర్ అట్లీస్ట్ 1 day, half a day, by touching another life, by giving some joy to other life, you will have a greater experience of life, because all life is one. But today we are truncated, we are disconnected from that principle, as it were. Each of us has become a kind of island. So there is so much of life happening around, and we are totally disconnected from the life around. And we think that each life is a separate, cut and dried, separate existence, but that's not the truth. All life is one. By integrating yourself with the rest of the life, by serving other life, actually you enhance the experience of life for yourself. This is a principle, this is a spiritual law. These are not beliefs, these are not dogmas, these are not creeds. There are certain spiritual truths and spiritual laws which actually God has enacted, but we don't read them. That is the problem. See, when you purchase a gadget, you get a user manual, right? Yes or no? Why we have to read the user manual? Because how the gadget is designed, how to operate it, all the details are there in the user manual. Similarly, when God has brought us into this world, how to operate this machine, okay? For that he has given the user manuals. What are the user manuals? All the scriptures are basically the user manuals. All the scriptures that are there are user manuals with regard to how to operate this machine, so that you can have maximum and the best experience of life. ఈ పరికరాన్ని నువ్వు ఎలా వాడుకుంటే నీకు హైయెస్ట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ లభిస్తుంది, దానికి సంబంధించిన జ్ఞానం అంతా ఒక యూజర్ మాన్యువల్గా భగవంతుడు మనం సృష్టించిన తర్వాత స్క్రిప్చర్స్ రూపంలో, శాస్త్రాల రూపంలో మనకి ఇచ్చాడు. సో టుడే యూ ఆర్ ఆపరేటింగ్ దిస్ మెషిన్ వితౌట్ రీడింగ్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ దట్ యూజర్ మాన్యువల్. దట్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. And also sometimes you misunderstand the user manual. That is like another problem. Not everybody get it right. Sometimes you don't read the user manual well, sometimes you misinterpret, you misunderstand it. That is the problem. You don't go to the core, you don't go to the essence, you just blot on the surface. Superficial things you take up and you think that is the whole of the user manual. That is the problem. Try to understand your own scripture well. That is the user manual to operate this machine. And in that way, actually, you are not taught. See, religion has become a kind of taboo in this country and elsewhere also. It is something personal. It has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with the curriculum that you learn here. and it's personal, that means you have to do it on your own. That's why it has become optional. Something very fundamental, you have made it optional. That's the biggest problem. So I don't even know how to operate this machine. I don't know how to control my mind. I don't know how to control my emotions, but I want to have the best experience of life. How I will get it? That not possible. How you will have it? Not possible. And to master your own mind and to help you actually express only the positive emotions all the time, what you need to do, that's what actually our scriptures contain. But nobody has told you. Never you have learned them. And then you are operating the machine accidentally. Such a complex, such a sophisticated gadget that God has given you. But you are operating it without reading the user manual. You have not even read the basics of the user manual. Okay, if you are not read it in detail, at least some basic understanding about how to operate this machine. That's the reason this is the only problem in this world. So that's why Swamiji is saying, try to achieve that absolute unselfishness. Not I, but thou. All the time, not I, but you. Try to help others, expand your consciousness, feel for others, and serve others. You will have a higher experience, better experience of life. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.